Hi, everybody. I'm Mark Plunkett, the pastor of Heritage Presbyterian Church, and this is another of our 2-minute Bible lessons. Look at this thing that I have here. It's just a rock with a string tied on it. But in the ancient days, the days of the Old Testament, this is what people used to measure if a wall or a door frame or even a building was straight up and down. In other words, was it plumb? Was it plumb? If they held something like this, or if they put it next to a wall, and the wall went like that, even a little bit, in fact, it would fall down faster than a wall that was measured straight up and down using a plumb line. Now, in the book of Amos, Amos is a little bitty book in the Old Testament. It's not a book that's read very often, but it's got a really good line in it. Amos was a shepherd, and shepherds were not really trusted. They certainly weren't respected. Kind of funny, though, how shepherds show up in interesting places in the Bible, like when Jesus was born, for example. But anyway, Amos was a shepherd, and he was not a literate man. He was not taken seriously, but God spoke to Amos. And this is what he said one day. The Lord was standing by a wall that had been built true to plumb, with a plumb line in his hand. And the Lord asked me, "What do you see, Amos?" And I said, "A plumb line." Then the Lord said, "Look, I am setting a plumb line against my people Israel. I will spare them no longer." In other words, when we measure a wall or a door or a window or a building using a plumb line, we can tell if it's straight up and down. We can tell that. But the Lord's plumb line is used to measure people. And the Lord doesn't care if you're straight up and down. He doesn't use this kind of a plumb line to measure anything or anybody. The Lord uses the plumb line that comes from His wisdom. He looks into the heart of each and every one of us, and that is how we are measured. And when the Lord was talking to Amos, He was saying, "I am using my plumb line to measure my people Israel, and they have been found wanting." So the Lord was showing Amos, using a human measurement, a plumb line, just a rock and a string basically, that it was possible to measure beyond just a wall or a building or a window or a door. It was possible for the Lord to measure how people were doing in their hearts. Think about it, my friends. Make sure that if the Lord were to measure you using His plumb line, you would come out plumb. Amen.